Hello, teachers from around the globe. My name is Tanya from TanyaTeacherTraining.com, and today I will be talking about how to start teaching your own language, how to start making money out of it. Do you want to know? So stay with me. Before we start, I want to remind you to subscribe and give us a like if you like the content from these videos. And don't forget to click on the little bell so you don't miss on anything. We have a lot of free content. And if you stay at the end of this video, I will tell you about a great resource for teachers like you. Okay, so let's start. Are you ready? Well, point number one, you are going to need grammar resources, a grammar book. Why? You're going to ask me if students hate grammar and I can teach them real English without boring grammatical rules. Well, let me tell you something. If you're serious about this business, you need to be knowledgeable, okay? Because the things that might be obvious for you might not be as easy for other people. So let me show you two kinds of books. First, I have the grammar book for teachers. This is my favorite. And I also have a grammar book for learners. The first one is Practical English Usage by Michael Swan. And the second one is Essential Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy. This one is for students, so it means that it's going to have the explanation and a lot of exercises. And the grammar book for teachers is going to have only the explanation without the exercises. I know there's a lot of resources on the internet about grammar, but believe me, nothing substitutes a well-informed book. Okay, so that is your first step. You need to get your material. Step number two, students analysis. You need to know who your students are. It doesn't matter if you have a one-to-one class or if you have a group. You need to get to know your students. Age, gender, nationality, civil status, hobbies, interests, objectives, because the more you know about your students, the better. You will be preparing your lessons from there. Believe me, this is crucial. Also, if you want to know their learning styles, if they are analytical, if they are visual, if they are auditory, or if they are kinesthetic, that is going to help you a lot. I'm going to leave in the description the link to a questionnaire so you can find out what kind of learner your student is. Okay, so students analysis. Point number three, what method are you going to be using? This is very important, teachers. Okay, I'm going to mention here two methods, but I'm going to describe them briefly. If you want to know more about these two methods, please check out my other videos. I'm going to leave the link also, okay? Well, the first method is content-based instruction. This is ideal for private students or online tutoring, okay? Well, basically, we talk about topics here, content-based instruction. You need to, like I said, if you know your students, you will know what topics they like or what topics are relevant for them. Let's imagine we are dealing with teenagers. Our student is a teenager. So what do they like? What are they interested in? What if we talk about their majors, the majors that they are going to be choosing for the future? Okay, so you choose that topic, you start asking your students questions about what they plan to do in the future, what they would like to study, etc. So that is relevant for them, and you will be engaging them with your class. Then what you're going to do is choose a reading, a relevant reading related to this topic. You are going to select some vocabulary and some grammar from this reading. Imagine in the reading you have many sentences with will. For example, if you decide to study medicine, you will be studying long hours, okay? Then you have future there. And all the words related to this topic. So you explain those words, you explain the grammar, but don't focus too much on grammar. Remember, here the main focus is the topic. So you start with that reading. You do a global reading or reading for main ideas, and then you ask him or her some specific questions about details in the reading. So what you have done is reading for gist, that is the main ideas, and reading for specific information, that is scanning. Okay? Then you do the same with a listening. You choose the same topic or a related topic to choosing careers, jobs, majoring, etc. And then you extract the main idea from the listening and you ask your students some questions about specific details in the listening. For speaking, well, you need to continue interacting with your students and asking questions about the reading, the listening, and about their personal lives. Okay? That is content-based instruction. Focus on the topic, not so much on grammar. Okay? Then the other method is called TBL, task-based learning. This is more for groups because you need more interaction here. Okay? The first one is ideal for tutoring, and this one is for groups. It's better for groups. Okay, well, TBL, what you're going to do is set up a task, a relevant task, a real life task for your students. Okay, let's say you tell them to organize the perfect New Year's Eve party. Okay, so they need to think about who they're going to hire for the music, the kind of food they want to eat, how many people they're going to invite, what their budget is, etc. So your students are more focused on the task than on the language. Obviously, they will need some language, they will need some vocabulary, and probably some grammar they don't know. That's when you need to give them the language they need, okay? But the most important thing here is the task, to be able to solve the task, okay? Like I said, there is another video based on TBL that I have for you. Okay, point number 4. Remember, all these points are important. It's not that you do one before the other one, but all these things are the ones that you need to consider when you start teaching. Point number 4, the objective of your course, okay? Now you know your students, you know if you have a one-to-one class or if you have a group, you have decided on the method. You need to establish together with your students or with the help of the information that you have been given by them, the objective of the course. What do they want? What do they need? If you're working for a school, then the objectives are going to be given by them. But if you're working on your own, you need to really analyze your students' needs. For example, do they need to pass an exam, an international examination? Are they going to travel soon? Is it for business? What do they want to do with the language? Okay, so think about a clear objective and the time that you're going to be teaching them for to reach that objective. Okay, point number 5, the materials you're going to be using for your lessons. There are a lot of cool websites for this. I can think of manythings.org, English Hilfen, The Perfect English Grammar, or Learn English Feel Good. I'm going to leave the link in the description so you can check them out whenever you have time. Okay, and you can use them for homework assignment. You can leave the homework assignment in Google Classroom, for example, or you can use them during your lessons. Okay, whatever you prefer. And finally, the teaching resource that I promised at the beginning of this video. Check out my website, taneteachertraining.com. Because there you're going to find the access to a virtual school for teachers. And there you can have tutoring, you can ask all the questions that you have, etc. So please join us in this virtual school for teachers. And don't forget to keep on watching our videos for more free content. Now, What are your questions, teachers? What questions do you have? I want to answer all your questions in future videos, but leave me your questions here in the comments, okay? So see you soon. Bye.